Just stay tuned, cause I'm finna break down all the game on this credit game, man. I'm finna give y'all all the game, man. Step by step. I got one of my little mentees coming in right now. And I just hit the add button again, Chill. Okay. You back with me?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So now as you see with the letters that I sent, the first letters that I sent is just for you in your situation to dispute all of the inquiries that's on your thing. You don't have to worry about too much writing down the notes, because that's what the live is for. So that way you can always go back and watch the video. You feel me? I just want to go live with you and explain it so you have these notes to go back and watch just for you. You feel me? Okay. So in your situation, the step one is for you to get the letters that I just sent to you and dispute. You're going to send them same letters. You're going to send them same letters that I just sent to you. You're going to send them to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You get what I'm saying? And once you knock off those inquiries, because you have 8, I'm more than sure after you send in the first round, you know, with the inquiries, at least 2 of them will come off. Once we get you up under the 6, because they ain't nobody gonna touch you for real with what you trying to do.
Yeah.
In your situation, ain't nobody gonna really touch you unless you have at least up under that 6. So once you get up under the 6, and about, we'll say, you will know before I will, but I'm gonna look to say at least 3 weeks from today, because you say you already started paying some things down to get you up under that 30%. But like I say, when you at 10%, and the reason why I'm explaining everything over, because there's other people that's gonna watch it as well, so I want them to be informed as well. But I'm using you for your situation, but I'm also explaining to hundreds of other people that might need the same information. So with that being said, your utilization is at 47%. So what you initially want to do is get under the 47%, which most people teach, as long as you're up under 30%. But with my mentors and who it is that I'm learning from, and the tricks in the trade that we're learning and implementing right now, is that you want to get under the 10% ratio, because even at 10%, you're going to be basically stagnant. It ain't going to help you to go down, and it ain't going to help you to go up. You understand what I'm saying? You're just stable. So you want to get it to go down. You get me? And in order for you to get it to go down, you want to be under the 10% ratio. And once you get under the 10% ratio, now your credit utilization is looked at as beautiful, because you under the 10% ratio, you under the 6% ratio as far as inquiries on your credit score, personal side. You get me? As well as you seen the template that I sent to you, because you getting credit compliant. So with the building your business credit, as I already explained to you, you already got your corporation, you already have the EIN and those things. So to make you credit compliant is what you want to do next. Is I'm going to send you, when we get off the Zoom, I'm going to send you a link to what I use personally, which is called iPostal One. What iPostal One is a website that you're going to use to separate you and your home phone number, your personal cell phone number, and be strictly credit compliant. So when any bank or credit company is looking at you, you look at as a big business, not a fly-by-night mortar type of business. You get me? So that's why, even though you already set up, I'm going to show you how to separate your home address with the iPostal One. So like I was saying, by you being from Miami, like I'm from Miami, I know if you want you a Brickell front address and you want something to look like you on Las Olas or You could be in Dania, Davie, or wherever you want for your business location. You want to have a location that's totally separate away from your home address. You get me? Because that's one of the number one red flags that they're going to pick up on. You get me? So I'm going to send you the iPostal 1 link. And the reason why I love iPostal 1 is because that's one spot that you could get your business address, which is your virtual address. You're going to get your business phone number, that even though a person going to call that number as your business phone number, it's going to be automatically forwarded to your personal cell phone number. So your cell phone number is going to ring. They just using that number to get to you when you separating yourself from the actual business in itself. You get me?
All right. So question. All right. Now I have a personal phone, which is the phone I'm using now, and I have a business phone. Now my clients call my business phone. No, they both on cell phone.
That's what I'm getting to. So you can still have your two separate phones. Keep the phone because you already have it, and that way, you know, your personal life and your business is not intermingling with each other, which is great. You feel me? So the business line that you have, you're going to still keep that line. You're going to still keep that number. But you, with the iPostal 1, they're going to give you a whole nother number, which you will be utilizing as your business phone number. So on your website, you're not going to put the phone number that you have. You're going to use the phone number that the iPostal 1 is going to give to you. But it's going to be just like a forwarded number. So every time a person calls that number, it's going to be forwarded to that phone number that you're actually using. You get me now?
I see.
And what that does is, like I say again, when you looking at business funding, and whether it's on the personal side, but mainly on this episode, on the business side, you're not linking nothing together. You looked at as what they call compliant ready. You get what I'm saying? And it's, the structure and the steps, I'm giving it to you. You get what I'm saying? To make you compliant ready. Everything that I'm explaining to you is what's to ensure you is client ready. Because like right now, you're using your home address. So when you, by using your home address and you go into any bank, credit union, or any lender that you're trying to do a credit from, when they submit your application, the first thing they're gonna look at is, okay, where is he located? Oh, it's a home-based business. Now, I'm not necessarily saying by no means that home-based businesses and using your home address as your business address is not good. It just really depends on what market or industry or entity that you're in. You get me? Like, if, for an example, if you're a tax person, tax people could work from home. So you can kind of use your tax office as your business office as well, and it's kind of separate. You feel me? If you're doing even credit repair, that's a business that you could work from home.
Work from home.
But if you a trucker, it's a little bit different. How you go? Yeah, you can do your office paperwork and stuff while you're home, but what they like for you to do is separate it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's like, even for an example, with the average person email, for an example, you want to have your business email going aligned with your business name. So whatever your personal business is, you get me? You want to create an email that's associated with your business name. You don't want to use your personal name or your personal email with XYZ or John Blow as your business email as well, because when you use that and they looking at, well, that's not professional. You get me? You're using your personal, so it's like everything has to coordinate, bro. Like everything. And it's beautiful that I'm explaining it to you, because it also can help other people, because like I had to pay for this. Like I literally paid for this. You get me? And I'm quite sure that the information I'm giving to you is going to help so many other people that don't have to go through the same steps. And that's the reason why I brought you to this platform versus me just explaining it to you over there.
Calling.
As well as like we say, we touched on the business phone number, we touched on the address, and the reason why I also like iPostal One is because you also get your fax number from iPostal One. So it's like a one-stop shop. You don't have to get this from over here, get that from over there, and get that from over there. You get everything in one spot. And like I say, all your calls with iPostal One are monitored. So you, even if at the end of the month, you can go back and you can see, even if you got missed calls, you need like voice messages, you able to check all of those avenues just as well as your, on your personal phone, because they automatically forward it. You get me? But you got a better track record, and it's still a tax write-off for you at the end of the year because it's still up under your business. Like I say, you still using your personal home address as your mailing address. You just separating it and using that as your virtual address, as your business address. That's where you're actually doing business. You get me?
I see.
Right up under that, some other steps which you already have, your business bank account. So I already explained to you how you have to literally call. Once I'm gonna send you the link and you set up for the iPostal One and you get that new information, you have to literally call the IRS. Once you call the IRS, basically the only thing you're explaining to them is you already having a business and you want to update your information. And you just want to update your business phone number, your business address, the fax number, as well as that email address, like I explained to you, if your business email is not aligned with it. You get me? Because you separate everything. Once you complete those steps, you get me, with making you credit compliant. And as well as that gives us the 3 weeks on the back burner to break down that 47% credit utilization on your personal side and get that up under. That's also going to help, because when certain people, they're not going to, when they come, see on the business side, when they consider it soft pull, basically what soft pull means is we're looking at your credit, but we're not basing your loan or criteria on your personal side. We just looking at it, the history. How long you been repaying? How long you've been paying on time? Do you have these things in place? So when we doing business over here on this side, but they just have to look at it over here. So that's why they consider it a soft pull, because even if the only way that it reports over here when they call PG a personal guarantee, as if you default on that loan or that credit card or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? So long as you don't have any intentions to default on it, that's when that comes into play. But now if you credit compliant with all of the steps that I'm telling you, you could kind of skip past that step on the business side. So that's why when we was on the phone, I was explaining to you how by you having your business, you don't want to pull from the personal side. You want to do everything from the business side. You just want to clean up those two areas that we talked about on the personal side to make everything right. You feel me?
So all right, question.
Shoot.
When you're going to like get stuff financed or get loans or whatever, at what stage do they not look at the personal side when it's just all business?
That's the step that I'm finna get ready to explain to you right now. Once you done the first step on your personal credit, right?
Yeah.
You cleaned up those last two things that I need you to do with the virtual address and stuff like that. What I'm about to explain now is while you doing that, we're gonna apply for your Don's number for your business credit. Don and Bradstreet, who Don and Bradstreet is like how on the personal side you have TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian.
I see.
On
That's
the
business side.
You have Don and Bradstreet and another company that's called NAV. Okay, so NAV, the beautiful thing about them is What I teach is the same thing that my teachers teach. Is we just set up the Dun and Bradstreet, which is your credit monitoring and they credit signals. That's all free. You get me? Don't bust your brain. I'm gonna even be on the phone with you, walking you through that step by step. So you ain't got to worry about it. Once you set up for your Dun and Bradstreet number, sometime it might take about a week for them to actually generate and actually give you the number. But once you actually get that Dun and Bradstreet number, that is your real credit, business credit. Like how they say, like most people say, they think it's your EIN number that they use to track your business credit. It is not your EIN number. It's EIN number and the Dun and Bradstreet number. They work side by side, but so you gotta have both. But it's not the EIN number that's based your business credit. It's the Dun and Bradstreet number that gives you the business credit tracking and all of the other things like that. So once we get the Dun and Bradstreet number, like I say, it's totally free. You're going to also set up for the credit signals with the Dun and Bradstreet number. They're going to send it back to you in your email, totally free. You're going to also set up with NAV. Now, NAV is the same thing as Dun and Bradstreet, but what NAV has and what a lot of us is utilizing at the moment is NAV have, I think it's $30 or $40 a month, and it's on a monthly thing, but they report automatically a positive trade line to your business credit score. You get me? So with business credit, how you have personal credit, your monitoring and your scores was based down like your utilization, your credit worthiness, and your history. With business credit, things are a little bit different. You generally start off normally high or low. Like with business credit, you want to have at least an 80 Paydex score or better. If you're understanding me, like, so how you have your personal credit score with your TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and it might be at a 630 or 650 or whatever may have you. The only thing difference is on the business side, you have what's called a Paydex score, and that score goes from 0 to 100. And that is based on how many trade lines, which is like how many companies that you generally do business with and how you report or how they report to them as far as what do you buy, how good do you, pay it on time and things like that. Another gimmick that a lot of people don't understand and what makes business credit different is this. Personal credit, you have a credit card and it's a $5,000 limit. You could go out and use, just say for an example, $2,000 of the $5,000. Okay. At the end of the month, you might pay $30, $40 as your occurring bill to pay off that $2,000 that you borrowed against the $5,000 credit card.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
Business side of things is totally different. If you have that same $5,000 credit card and you went out and you spent $2,000 off of that credit card, whether it's net 7, it's net 14, is net 30, 60, or 90. That determines how you have to pay that loan. So if you had a $5,000 card and you spent $2,000 off of that card, if that card limit was net 30, 60, or 90, that basically means that you have 30 days to pay off that whole $2,000. You have 30 days to pay off 60 days or 90 days, or some companies, it is net 7, net 14. You get me? Like one of my fuel cards, with EFS, one of my fuel cards is net 7. So that basically means I could spend, my limit is like $3,000. So I could spend $100, I could spend $3,000 this week. And the following week, I'm going to get an invoice for whatever it was that I spent. So I have to pay that balance in full. It's not like a personal side where you could pay so much each and every month. So that's why on the business side, it has to be kind of, you have to have cash flow coming in, because if like, if you're utilizing this money, you have to pay that whole thing back. You get me? Unless you on level like 5 or 6, where you have like big credit cards that you have a year or so to pay back, and that's what we basically gearing up to. But I'm gonna get there with you. I don't want to talk about this part yet, and we made it there. I want to go step by step by step, so that way you have a full understanding. You get me? Yeah. Now, when I first started doing business credit, a lot of people only give you like 5 to 10. We call them tiers. What the tiers is each level of business building is a tier. And if your personal credit is here, you could skip this level and go to this level of business credit, because your personal credit score is already up here, and that'll boost you where you can skip that middle level, right? But in order for you to build it correctly, you want to build it tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, like that. And that way, if you build it, you could go out and get a car or high financing, which is like them $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 business financing, and you don't have to use a personal guarantee if you build it out correctly. You get me? Yeah. So now, once you go, you have your Dun & Bradstreet number. Give it 2 weeks time span for you to get it. You come back behind that, right? As soon as you apply for your Dun & Bradstreet number, immediately you apply for your NAV. You get me? I don't know your finances, so we're not touching on that. If you have the $30 or $40 for the NAV account to automatically start reporting on your business credit a positive trade line, that's great. If you don't have the extra $30 or $40 at this moment, don't stress it. Just sign up for the NAV account and get it activated. Because what we're going to also do is, for an example, I know your situation, so we're touching on your situation. You already have the Home Depot because of my dad, right? Yeah. So we building your landscaping company. I'm going to break everything down step by step for you and your situation to build your landscaping company, okay? By you already having that step, do you have your business website?
Yeah, I have that already.
Okay. So once you update that information, you got the business bank account. After that, did you register your business with 411, like Google business listing, places like Yelp or Bing, on different social platforms? Did you list your business?
Google, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, Google, Instagram, and Facebook. Okay, yeah. You have to first register with the 411 listing. That's like you kind of in my age bracket. So you remember back in the days when you used to get the yellow pages and the white pages, the phone books used to come to your house?
Yeah.
We still got 411, but it's all online now. You get
digital,
what I'm saying?
So it's, yeah.
So you still will list with yellow pages, and you still want to list your business with 411. All of it is totally free. You want to list your business with Bing, and you want to list your business with Yelp. Don't worry about it. That link, that PDF that I sent to you on the building the business credit, if you look down, it's already in order for you. So you could just go down, the links is already there for you. You could just type on the link and it'll automatically transfer you over to their page. After that, a lot of people teach to freeze your personal credit. We do in a sense as well, but not so much, because you don't want to, if you freeze your personal credit, right? And just say, for an example, all of those things that we was talking about in the beginning is on point. So now I say, okay, here is a company, apply for this company, and it's a soft pull credit card for 100 grand, but you don't freeze your credit. You get me? So how would the company look at your credit if you freeze it?
All right, so when you say freeze your credit, what you mean by that?
Okay, basically what I mean by that, when people say freeze your credit, is like you could put a lock on your credit where can't nobody kind of steal your identity, which is what they're using it for, as well as can't nobody pull your credit score. So it's basically like if you was in the process of real getting credit work done on your credit, and you don't want your client, like if you my client and I'm cleaning up your personal credit, but I don't want you to go out there because I'm cleaning your credit. Now you look one day and you say, hey man, I got a 600 or 650 credit score, and excuse me, Bank of America send you this email and they say, hey, you pre-approved for this car loan, or you pre-approved for this credit card, you pre-approved for this home loan. You get what I'm saying? And now you don't apply for it, and you putting those other negative marks on your credit while I'm trying to get you in the situation to get you better than what you thought you was going to get, but you pre-approved, but they might have pre-approved you at 20% interest, 15% interest, when if you had allowed us to finish doing the steps that I'm explaining, you could have probably got a 3% interest or a 5% interest that could have saved you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 or $5,000 in just interest. You get me? So that's why a lot of people teach to freeze your credit, but in your situation, it's not good to freeze your credit because we getting ready to do things. So if we're getting ready to do things with your credit, and here it is, this company over here getting ready to pull your credit, well, how could they pull your credit if you freezed it?
It's freezing,
You feel me? So that's why it's always a case-by-case basis. And so in your situation, I'm not telling you to freeze your credit because I already told you don't do nothing with the credit. So I'm allowing, you know, the responsibility on you. You know, if you know what we're trying to do, and I'm saying, hey, see, you know, don't try to do nothing until we fix this and fix this and fix this. Man to man, don't do it. Now, if you do it and then we try to do it, you're like, hey, well, Sherm, it don't work. Nah, bro, remember I told you, you know, don't do this and don't do that, and you did it anyway. So that's why it didn't work. It's not because of what I'm telling you don't work. It's because that step over there didn't work. You feel me? So, man to man, please just go along with me. You feel me? You know. And everything is going to work. Trust me. Like, it's nothing that I'm telling you that I ain't personally doing. You get me? It's nothing that I'm telling you that I ain't personally doing. But like I was saying with the tears in the letter, right? Most people, like when I first started off, they first started off, and I'm gonna be 100% blank with you. Like I paid a company to teach me how to build my business credit. You get me? But the beautiful thing about it was, they didn't build my business credit for me. I did everything myself. They just gave me the steps. So that's how. And I'm with a team of people, so I learned a few more other things along the way. So when, like I said, when I first started off, they only gave me 10 tier 1 lenders. So basically what I mean by that is, like, you have companies out there like Quail, Granger, Uline, you know, Supply Works, and things like I got a list which I already sent it to you. Those list of tier one, like I said, all of those companies that I broke down for you, there are all tier one lenders. But I gave you not a list of 5 or not a list of 10. I gave you a list of 21. You get me? And that's information that I get. Like if I'm talking to you right now, you probably told me of 2, 3 people or companies that I don't know. I got another partner that probably gave me another 3, 4, 5 names, and then I already had 10 names, and then my other partner gave me 10 names. So now that's how I got so many in a nutshell. And basically what the tier one lenders mean is those are all companies, all 21 or 25 of those companies that I gave you. All of those companies they would give business credit to a company that just got established today. You find it's only it's only like one of 2, which is like I think it's strategic networks are thirsty, is companies that like just say, you know, even for your business, you want your own, you know, your landscaping business, so you want to print and make your own t-shirts. These are companies that's in that group that I gave you that instead of you going to Chinaman, because I'm from Miami, you know, instead of you going to Chinaman to get your business t-shirts made, instead of you going to get your business cards made, that's a platform that's just like Vistaprint, but they gave you business credit. So now instead of you going to Chinaman giving him $300, $400, $500 to make your t-shirts and to make your business cards and your flyers and your card magnets and stuff to advertise your business, I gave you a company that you could be a new business. You could get at least 1,000 to 3,000 is what we generally see that they start off brand new companies with. They'll give you $1,000 and $3,000 of business funding. Now they're going to help you design your own t-shirts for your business. As well as even if you want to start your own clothing line with it, you get me? You got your business cards, you get your flyers and everything. And to start it off, I think it's like $60 or $70 a month. So it's like, you know how you're going BJ's and you got to give BJ's that $40 for that yearly membership. You would give that company is like $60 or $70 for their membership, and that will activate your credit line to start your clothing business as well as advertising for your business, the cards and stuff like that. And you just pay them back. You get what I'm saying? But take into consideration, don't overspend just because they gave you 2,000 or 3,000. Don't go in there and spend 3,000 if you know you can't pay 3,000 back in that time period where there's they net 30s. So if you know you can't pay them their money back in 30 days, don't spend it. Only spend what you know you could pay back as being a responsible person. You get what I'm saying? So if you got, you know you need your t-shirts, you know you need your cards, you know you need your flyers. Even whether you're going to go out there and cut some grass tomorrow, you know you got your clientele already set up that, you know, you can say, well, Sherm, I got $300 to set up and look professional. So you got $300. So now you say, okay, now apply, get your t-shirts, 5 t-shirts for the week or 7 t-shirts for the week. So every day while you out there cutting grass, you got your brand on, your phone them on your back, you got your cap on, blocking a little sun for your little visor, whatever it is that you do. You know, you Muslim, so you might want to wear your beanie, even if that's what you want to do, but you could design that with that business credit that I'm giving you. You get what I'm saying? As long as you know that you can pay it back. You get me? And you advertising your business. And the beautiful thing about it is, as soon as you pay it back, it's report on your business credit score as well. So that's the benefit of it. You following me? You know, you got your Home Depot lined up. So when the beautiful thing of Home Depot and like how my daddy, you know, jumped you up the way you at, with that, it's like you can go out there and use that card right now. Buy the materials and things that you need. You get me? Go out there, cut your neighbor yard with the equipment that you just financed. When you get that bill, you cut that yard, you can pay that bill to Home Depot.
Yeah.
That's still reporting to your Don and Bradstreet and your NAV account, those positive trade lines that you need to build up that payback score, that 0 to that 100 payback score. So that's what's going to build you up there.
All right.
The key,
real quick, question, real quick. So I can still tie my current credit card to my business credit, like Karma.
that NAV, yes, that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. Even though you already got the card, but you don't have the NAV and you don't have the Don and Bradstreet, we finna connect it together. But that's what I'm gonna walk you through that step by step. You get what I'm saying? And that's what, remember.
I asked that. I asked that because I got 5 credit cards.
And we're doing that exactly the same thing with all 5. Trust me.
I see.
Everything that you got, I got. And we got it from the same person.
Yeah.
But see, what it was with me was, see, my dad helped me to finance my paving business. That's how I started to learn about credit. That's how I know exactly where you are. See, you exactly where I'm at 5 years ago. You get what I'm saying? When I very first started off. So I didn't know the stuff that I know now. Trust me, I did not know this. And it went through after I lost the paving company. Okay? And I had to build my personal credit back. So when I built my personal credit back myself because of the tools that I had, and then I paid someone for the business credit to show me how to build my business credit. And that's how I was able to come back to show my dad how to do it on a business level. You get what I'm saying? You know, I was able to kind of boost him up a little faster on the business level because that's what he didn't know. You follow me?
Yeah.
And I was able to, it's like I had to go back just to come back to where I was at and grab an anchor. You get what I'm saying? And be able to tie it all back together. And that's where I'm at now, because now I done went back, fixed my personal credit. Then, even though I already had the businesses just like you, because I already had my trucking company and things like that, and I hadn't already been established for over a year. You get what I'm saying? And after I had them been established, then I found the company to teach me the business credit side of things. So I had to go back like how you did and go back and change all of those things from the beginning, because I learned through trial and error. I didn't just like wake up one day and know it, and I didn't automatically pay somebody. You get what I'm saying? I didn't. I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't.
Yeah. Question. Okay. What information? Okay, not what information. What information do you not, which I know you're not giving, but what information should they have when you have someone helping you work on your credit, business credit, personal?
Okay. The benefit of you and the advantage that you have is because I remember I got introduced to you through my father. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But me personally, I have my own ebook that I'm explaining everything that I'm explaining to you right now. I have my personal ebook for business credit, as well as I have my personal ebook for personal credit, explaining everything to a person. Even if you're a person that has student loan debts, repossessions, it doesn't matter what debt that you have. I have the whole complete tool set to remove it. That is what I offer as a business of mine. I have the complete tool set for the business credit, like I say once again, as well as the personal credit. I'm in a position where even for a person that don't know, like you have 2 different groups of people. You have some group of people that want to do it themselves, and you have another group of people that might want the work done for them because they don't have the time, freedom, and things like that to get, to do the steps that it takes. Well, I also provide a service for people like that, where I could take all your information and I will fix your personal credit for you. I would never tell whatever person, whatever business that they want. I just show you how to build the business credit for whatever business that you're in. You get me? And I would walk you through a step-by-step process. The same thing I'm doing with you, I would do it for any other person as well. As well as I do have a team of people that work alongside of me if I'm ever busy. Because like I say, I'm dealing with, like I say, I have my trucking business at the side. I got my ebook and everything like that coming out. And that's where I'm at. So I am busy. So and that's why I come to platforms like this. So it makes it a little bit easier for me. So that way, the same steps that I'm explaining to you, just say you might have a friend and your cousin, your wife, your whoever it is that's attached to you.
Yeah.
They might need this information. So they could still get the same video that we're making now and watch it on their time period, and whenever it is convenient for them, and get the same information.
Yeah.
You get me? So that's why immediately you notice I gave you the link to my business. That link that I gave you, that's really my business. Where we own right now is my business Facebook group. You get me? Where people that come in and they want my services, I have that platform for them. I also have my YouTube channel that I'm pushing. And I'm just learning that TikTok stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not that familiar with the TikTok, but I'm crossing over. You know, I'm not the scholar. I ain't gonna sit in and say I'm the teacher. I'm not the teacher. I'm the student. You get what I'm saying? But I'm a teacher of students as well. You know, like I say, I got a place. It's just like anything. You know, I'm not the master, so guess what? I got to go to the master to get my information. But guess what? It's people that not where I'm at. You know, like I introduced to you. Luckily, you get what I'm saying. So I could get you in the same circle with me and where I'm at with my peers. So that way, ain't nobody left behind. You get what I'm saying? Because each one teach one. It like if you trying to make it, it don't matter what industry that you're in. You, by me giving you the information, it's not going to hurt me at all. Like, and it took me a long time, and I never understood like why people fringed on information, because like it doesn't hurt me to give you the information. Like it will help me better for me to give you this information, because just say it might be 3 years down the line, a year down the line, or 5 years down the line. I helped you today, but it might be something as small as coming by cutting my mom's yard that you could do for me tomorrow. We just never know. You understand what I'm saying? So if I had some information that I didn't give to you, I left some information out and I didn't give it to you in whole, then it's like I really misled you. I really misled you. Because if I gave you step 1, 2, and 3, but I ain't give you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. How could you? You would never get the results that you're looking for if I leave those steps out. So I have to give it to you. I can't leave those steps out. You get what I'm saying? And it is not just for you. Like I would do it for anyone. And like I didn't know you from a can of paint. You get what I'm saying? So it's not just you. It's nothing special. You get what I'm saying? I would do exactly what I'm doing for you, for each and every person that wants the information. You get what I'm saying? It's just that my time is very limited. So a lot of the things that I can't myself do for you, so I'd rather give you the information and walk you through the steps. You get what I'm saying? Because it'll be, and think about it like this. If I did it for you, and just say right now I set up your landscaping business, but now just say 5 years from now, you're not even thinking about it, but you might open up a construction business. 5 years from now, you might want to get into real estate. 5 years from now, you might want to do whatever it is that your heart desires. You feel what I'm saying? But if I taught it to you, you don't have to come back to me 5 years from now to get the same steps. You feel what I'm saying? Because I taught you how to fish. Now you can always fend for yourself. But if I went fishing for you and I just always came back with a cooler full of fish, guess what? Now every time you want some fish, you got that desire, you got to come back to me, and I'm gonna have to stop doing what I'm doing just to get you to that point, because I'm not the type of person that won't help you get to that point. You feel me? Anything else before I get into the next bracket? Because we still got some more that I got to touch on with you.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Just want to make sure. Okay, so now after we got those, like we go back, those tier 1 credit lenders. Once you got all of those tier 1 credit lenders, by you in your situation already being where you at, like I say, once you connect all of that, because see, you already been utilizing those cards. You already been utilizing. So by you already been utilizing it, you just needed to activate itself the way it really need to. You get me? Once it activates, you already going to be on tier 3 and 4 and 5 because you already it's really this simple. By you already being in your position, by you not doing those beginning steps that we going back to do, once you fix those beginning steps, once you fix those beginning steps and bring those steps to where you already, the steps that you already did and connect it all, it's like every time you already done use that Home Depot card, every time you already use those 5 credit cards or whatever it is that you got, it's just gonna piggyback to that Dun and Bradstreet. My brightness keeps, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna automatically. I'm trying to change up because I guess where I'm standing at, my light keep going in and out. All right, so yeah, it's going to automatically, activate itself. So once it activate, it's just going to, boost everything up and bring everything to where it really needs to be. You get what I'm saying? So now you'll be to the point to where, like you saying, we was just saying, if you want to go out and get that $100,000 card, they just looking over here. They're not pulling from over here. So now you don't put yourself in a position to where even if you was to burn that business, even if you couldn't pay, you want to get away from being a personal guarantee to where everything is just looked at solely on your business side. You want to be looked at in a way where with just your EIN number and your Dun and Bradstreet number, because you got that 80 paydex score. Once you got that 80 paydex score, now you could go with Alley, which is another company that I sent to you in that list of companies for trade lines. It's a company on that list that's called Alley, and that is where you will personally go and get if you want that new truck to go out there with your business. If you want to even finance a car for your personal life or your wife or whoever it may be, but you want it in your business name, now you could use Alley and go out and get that car out the gate with just your business EIN number, as they quote unquote say, but it's really your Dun and Bradstreet number. You understand what I'm saying? You could go out and get that truck. You could go out and get that $100,000 credit card and get other equipment that you want. And even if you wanted liquid cash, because like we did touch on that earlier when we was on the phone, I didn't want to leave that out. Even if you got this $100,000 credit card, which is solely tied to your business account, no personal guarantee, right? What you would generally do is, one of the steps, like I say, I learned from my mentor, is you already going in Home Depot. So you're not using your Home Depot card. Now you're using that $100,000 card, right? And you might want $20,000 liquid cash for whatever it is that you want it for, whatever it is, right? You go on Home Depot, they might have a lawnmower in there for $5,000. Get your 4 of them. That's $20,000. You could go in Rolex, go in Patek Philippe, go in, one of them expensive watch shops. Any type of merchandise like that got a 30-day return policy, right? So if that company got a 30-day return policy and you got $100,000 on this credit card, that means what that tell me is I could go in here, I'm gonna use my credit card, swipe it for the purchase, 20, 30 grand watch, keep it for a week in the box to make sure it don't get scratched up or whatever. return that 30 grand watch to the exact same store and tell them you want a refund, right? Your wife brought you on whatever excuse that you want to come up with. 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna ask you, as long as it's still in mint condition. You got your receipt. You want to exchange. You want a refund. Okay. How would you like your refund? Oh, I would like I use this card, which is your personal debit card, your business debit card. I use that card. They're going to swipe that card and do your refund on that debit card. So now that 20, 30 grand that was you just purchased that watch for was returned to that debit card. Yes, it might take you 2 or 3 days to work the kinks out for it to actually go from their system to yours to actually get back on your debit card. But now you just liquidated 30 grand, 20 grand off of your credit card. And that's all we do. That's how we call liquidation. You get what I'm saying? And it's not about the number, so don't get caught up on the 20 or 30. I just use that as you get me? And honestly with you, after that point, you really off to the races. As you also notice in that list that I gave you, you're gonna have, like, you need water hose. You know, you're gonna need other little equipment where don't get a twist. Even if you have, like, you know, you got the cones that you set out around your truck. Don't go on Home Depot unless you're gonna use that Home Depot card. Don't go on Home Depot to buy like that yellow caution tape or the cones to place around your truck. Go to, and to be honest with you, by you already utilizing Home Depot, I'm gonna advise you don't utilize that Home Depot no more, because you didn't already utilize it. You just needed to tie together with your Dun and Bradstreet and your nav. You get me? What I'm gonna advise you to do is start utilizing other companies like Granger and Quail. The reason why I'm advising you of that is because every tier, like when I broke down the tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, every tier you have to have so many lenders reporting to. Okay? So why you might hear people say, well, you could get 100 grand in business funding in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. How they guaranteeing that is this, or how I guarantee that is this. Well, on tier 1, you only need 3 lenders, 5 lenders. So if you, in your business, you already utilizing Quail and Granger, which, like I say, for caution tape, you need a water hose, you might need a new weed eater, or even the swine for the weed eater. Basically, the key to it is this: you want to utilize at least $50 to $100, right? So whatever equipment that you need, we're going to get at least 5 companies, and you want to spend at least $50 to $100 with each of those companies, right? So we'll just use the 100 in this example, okay? So if you went in this store and you spent $100, you went in that store, you spent $100, and you went in that store and you spent $100, all 5 of those companies going to report that you spent $100 in their store and you pay each one of them their $100 on time. Okay? So by you paying for them all on time, now instead of you having 1 company reporting, you got 5 reporting at one time. So now you done surpassed step 2 because you got 5 all at one time instead of 3 today or this month and then 3 next month. You got 6 already one time. You got 10 right now at one time. You get me? So if you got 10 companies, let's think about it. You just enhanced it. If you got 10 companies that all reported all in the same month, you automatically on tier 5. You get me? Because you supercharge, you condense it. Instead of doing 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, I did 10 at one time. Now I'm already on level 5.
All right. So, question. When you apply for a business credit card on the business side, do it affect your credit, or do they? Is it the same procedure that they do on the personal side?
In a sense, yes, and in a sense, no. The only thing that separates them is this. Some companies will look at your personal side. Some companies will not. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll use this for an example. Just say in this example that this company looks at your personal credit. This company, right? So what they would do, even though you're applying for them with business credit, but they're going to look at your personal credit score to make sure that you're credit worthy, right? And that will determine, help them determine what limit they will give you. Okay? Now, just because they looked at it, they could have looked at it as a soft pull. So they viewed it. It didn't hurt your credit score. It didn't help your credit score, right?
Yeah.
In this example, because it's a soft pull and they just looked at it. However, as long as it won't report either. So just because they looked at it and they approved you for 10 grand and you utilized the 10 grand for a year, you would never see that report on your personal side of credit. You would never see that report. You get me? But if you was to default on it, it will report. Okay? Because they did it that way. But now on the flip side, it might be another company that gave you the same limit and everything that didn't look at that credit side. You feel me? So if they didn't look at what have it down as you yourself being the personal guarantee for that loan or for that credit card, now by you not being the personal guarantee for that loan or for that credit card, even if you was to, excuse me for a second, y'all know y'all grandma gonna kill you if y'all don't close that door. If they didn't look at your person and hold you as responsibility, which is the personal guarantee, if you not held responsible for it, then whether you default on it or you didn't default on it, it won't report either way. You get me?
I see. Now, all right. Now, say if I'm applying for a business credit card, do the business side report and let them know, like, oh, all right, so I just applied for this. Will that affect my business side like it do personal side?
Yes, all of that. Anything that you have
so
on the business side, it's going to report to your business credit side. That's why I was saying to you, don't utilize the Home Depot no more, because you done already used them so many times. You got a rapport. You got a relationship with them already. So you don't need to utilize them as much as the other companies, because that's only one company that you use, even though you use 5. So all of the 5 that you already using, we're not utilizing them no more, because we just need them to come back to report. They never was reporting in the beginning. So we just got to make them start reporting. Once they start reporting, that's 5 companies that you already got that's reporting, already got the history. So that's going to automatically jumpstart you. So that's why I'm telling you to utilize the other companies for the same things that you need. Don't utilize no company with, like, if, for an example, why use office supply if you're not planning on buying a computer desk or this, that, and third, wax paper or whatever you need from that company? Don't set up credit with that company. Find companies that you already buying products that they have. You get me? And you want to utilize them. So that way, now you already got those 5 that you're already doing. But if you got 10 more over here, now you got 15. So now, by the beginning of the month, beginning of the year, if you do what I'm telling you to do with the other 10 to activate from the other 5, which makes you have a total of 15 companies applying, now you can go with Alley and get that car, and it's not used on your personal personal side. You could go out and get them credit cards that we're talking about, and it's not used on your personal side. You get me? So they're not even looking at it. It won't report or nothing. I see you looking funny. I see you playing with the headset. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you, but it's talking.
It's pausing. It's freezing. It's a delay.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Okay, we good now? We good now?
All right.
We good?
Yeah, yeah, we good now.
Yeah, we good now. Okay.
Yeah, we good.
So yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, so once we doing the steps that I'm explaining to you, we supercharging that. So you're gonna skip past that. Because you already got those 5 companies that you already doing business. We just need those other companies on the backside to, you need this just to report. Once that report and you put these others with it, that's going to make you have 10, at least 15 now, because you already got them 5. So now you want them 10 companies to report. And once you get those 10 to report, you automatically going to be on a level like kind of untouchable, bro. Like in a nutshell.
Yeah.
You ain't got to use that PG. You ain't worrying about, this, that, and the third, and they coming to, tarnish your personal credit. You don't have to worry about that because we supercharging all of that. That's one of the benefits of business credit versus personal credit. Like I'm gonna even put this out there as an added bonus. Just say you already got a credit card out there already, and your credit card is 10 grand. On the personal side, that's a personal credit card for 10 grand. That 10 grand personal credit card automatically guarantees you, because business credit, they're going to lend you 10 times the amount of your highest personal credit line. So if your personal credit line is 10 grand, they're going to give you 100 grand on the business side out the gate.
Yeah.
Because that cuts the limit. So vice versa. If it was $1,000, if your highest credit card was $1,000, then out the gate, you know that you could get 10 grand on the business side.
Well,
you with me? Other than that, let me make sure, just the last but not least, because like I say, even for your situation, what makes you beautiful too, in that list of them the first tiers, like you landscaping, so you use a lot of gas. You need those A to B gas cards. You need that Circle K. You need those BP, them fuel cards, because now you don't have to go in your pocket every time. You know, your little gas tanks need to be filled, even for the truck, even for the equipment that you use. You're able to utilize those cards and pay it off, whether it's net 7, net 14, or net 30.
The main 2 things that I need to work on is it's the spirit windows, 8 and inquiries that I have, and to reducing my credit usage from what it is to 10%.
Under the 10%.
Yeah, under 10%.
Yes.
And also to do the virtual address and switch everything over.
Yes. Yes. And remember, even when you're doing it, it don't matter what time of day, bro. I'm here with you to walk you through it step by step.
I'm actually gonna do it shortly. I'm
okay,
going
so
to
that's
switch
great.
Everything.
If you got you got another device, like you got a laptop or a computer.
Yeah, I got that here now. I'm sitting in front of it.
Okay. If you got that, we could do a Zoom, and we could share the screen. I could do a Zoom, and we could share the screen. That way, both of us actually seeing the same thing, and you'll be putting in your information on your side, and we could do it that way as well.
All right. All right.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna set this appointment for 4:30. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to send you the information for the Zoom, and once I send you the information for the Zoom, we'll jump on the Zoom, and that way we could do everything on your computer. You could be on your computer, and I could walk you through step by step by step.
All right.
All right. Give me a minute, and I'm gonna text you the Zoom link.
All right.
All right.